Hello, and welcome back, guys, to a new episode of Factorio. Right in the research screen, since between the episodes, just quickly went to the bathroom, and in the meantime, strong explosives are done. Brilliant, perfect, great, awesome. Let's have a look. Either lab research speed 2. Yeah, let's go for lab research speed 2. Perfect. Okay, great. In the last episode, the ending with those swarm of robots upgrading almost our entire facility here. That was so awesome, and we can see that the copper plates are actually backing off. That's very good. So everything is done. All the copper plates, copper wire thingies, and copper plates backed off pretty much to a maximum. That's great. Let's have a look where all the resources are going. So, like I actually anticipated in the very beginning, red chips, even though we have now tons and tons and tons of factories, aren't able to feed everything. I mean, we have made a splitter here, so actually 3 of those guys are working for this area, and 3 of those are just sending it up there, so we are up to 5 assembly machines going into this area slash region slash whatever you want to call it actually. But whatever. So things are progressing smoothly. That's the most important part, right? So I'm going to actually take these modules here, since, well, let's talk about modules. You can smack in modules into assembling machines and they give different effects. Speed module, speed. Efficiency module, energy consumption reduction. Productivity, less speed, more pollution. However, they produce more things. So 4% more productivity means the same thing as we actually go with the minus every so and so many time units where you produce a unit, you get an additional one. And since we are always kind of on the brink, not quite, but every now and then having some issues with electricity, I think we're going to throw in a couple of efficiency modules into assembling machines that don't really need to be buffed. You know, they don't need anything, they don't need more speed, they don't need more productivity or God knows what. So that's definitely not in this guy machine, in these machines, but rather something like your machine 1. Assembling machines 1, by the way, can't manage, aren't able to take in any modules. Where are the old assembling machines? Or the old assembling machine? There you go. So, back to you. So you can take 2 of the efficiency modules, reducing your electricity production. Same goes for you, and you, and you. And you 2 might actually want to have some speed increase. I'm not going to bother. I don't know, should I go for you guys? 200 kilo. Yes, you definitely are kind of using a lot of electricity. So go for you as well. And usually I go for electric smelters, but we don't have any electric smelters. There's no point in doing that. So that means pretty much just you, since you're working most of the time. And just going to throw out all of the ones we have. Not going to bother for more. And green signs is looking good, so you get some as well. And red signs is looking meh. Interesting. So, by the way, red signs is assembling machine 1s. So you guys will be all upgraded to 2s. Perfect. Great, so now we've got speed and productivity. These 2, I'm not going to use them since they increase electricity consumption. And if you have a look here at assembling machines, well, there's no difference to be seen. What a shame. Anyways, we were talking about red chips. So we're going to increase the red chips production. So I actually just realized that right now this was not the plan. My plan was actually to work on this contraption thingy here, but there's no point in working on it if we don't have enough red circuits coming along, so there's no point in having more assemblers working on these things if there is, like I said, no demand, no resources available to feed the increased demand. They could give me a couple of the smaller inserters. We don't need them for, we don't need fast inserters for everything, so might as well go with the small things. And they use less electricity, so there where we don't need the speed. Like for example, actually you don't need fast inserters at all. Okay, great. Okay, one additional red circuit factory won't change anything, so back to the main course. Remove the light, remove this pole. That's good enough. Okay, working with poles, with bob and poles. Wait, what? I like to do jokes about KSP here. I don't know why. I just think it's amusing, and you guys probably just cringing out and thinking, like, well, why is that douchebag doing that all the time? It's not funny. He should just shut up and explain probably a bit more about Factorio. Well, that's at least what I would assume. Maybe. Anyways, details. There you go. You get one of these, and now you go. You. Player is in the way. You and you. You working? You know plastic. You plastic. Let me guess, I did the same thing for you. You're not taking any plastic. No, you're taking plastic. Okay, good. So red circuit ray. Doctors be grown here. Red circuits working. There's spitters. Okay, the pollution has gained a new level, or the bite has got a new level up. Okay, research speed check. Now let's have a look. What are the things we really need? I don't want to go for uranium. That's too no point. I want to go that, but for this we need utility signs. Yes. Why am I getting sidetracked all the time? Let's go for something like this. Electricity. Okay, wait. Now let's get back focusing things. We've got chemical. Now we have productivity and utility to be done. Low density structures, processing units, flying robot frames. Okay, we go first for you since we need this one more than the other. At least I kind of have the feeling. Okay, there we go. That's exactly why we have this line already. Ready? I'm so hilarious. I know. No wait, what was the third thing we need? Wait, low density structures, you need copper. There we go, that was missing piece of the puzzle. Copper plates. Plastic, steel and copper here. That's actually a pure copper line. What's the other thing we might need? We need well, you go for this one and then, no, it's this one. This one. Flying robot flames, low density structures, processing units. Processing units come from the right hand side, the flying robot frame come from the left hand side, and low density structures will be assembled somewhere in between and being thrown into anything. I don't care. So I think building this facility somewhere around here makes a lot of sense. We have processing units, we have flying robot frames. Just need to get the copper somewhere. Yeah, let's actually bring the copper in here. I'm going to use it as with the iron line again in sync. Just because I need more undergrounds, by the way. Quickly going to grab a stack of undergrounds. Thank you. No, only 77. So give me half a stack of these guys as well. Starting with undergrounds. So I'm going to make it like this. Make you go. I want it. No, we go with this one. We still have the opportunity to bring them together if need be. But right now we go and take undergrounds. You go, no you don't go all the way, so you go up till here. And here I'm going to use again regular bells, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up we go. You go all the way here across this one, then you go all the way across this one. Then I'm going to make a break here anyways. Don't need that splitter to begin with. I mean, we can actually bring it here and make this line go here. Actually, you can move in like this. Wait, stop it before we do that. That's a bad idea. Let's first build the low density production facility. Yeah, let's make a low density structure production facility. There we go. Further up. You go straight. And the reason for that is because we will use low density structures for more than just this one. Okay, there we go. Now I can build like that. Seems to be reasonable amount. Okay. Electricity check. Now give me just robot. No, don't need that one. Yeah, let's give me projectile damage. Why not? 1, 2 handcraft dozen, and I still need more regular inserters just to produce the long-handed ones. What a pain. Like this, that give me a new place for you, for my fellow friends. Big poles, big power poles are cool. You players in the way. There we go. Anyways, I don't really mind not having one space and underneath an assembling machine not covered. That's exactly the line where we will be. Okay, that's pretty great. Safe in this case. I'll go and get more inserters, since I'm not going to use fast inserters. Hotkey number 4, inserters. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Give me just regular belts just in the beginning. I have one prior and one after. Okay. Give me a couple of lights. Lights. We don't have any lights. Give me a couple of lights. Darkness be gone. Darkness be gone. Okay, brilliant. So you guys producing low density structures and you're so slow. That's why we have so many. Makes sense, right? Next up, flying robot frames. Next up, flying robot frames. There you go. Yeah, like I said, there was a reason why I kept these back. So now we have flying robot frames and low density structures on the same lane. Oh, and by the way, we have blue circuits, like literally the lane next to it. If we just make this like this and a splitter, you know, for further improvement. I have no clue which lane I'm going to use for what. But I tend to use this one here and something like that, and then we can be like, you know, like you, you, and then go like yes, 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 and annoying sulfur line. You, yeah. What can I do with the sulfur line? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do with a boy like you? Ugh. What's the length? Could I be like, can I make it just like, you know, you go from here all the way across the entire... Yes! That would work out. There we go. If I move you, that was the difference with the small change that you are the one. Okay, perfect. Problem solved. Just the fact that this just fits in perfectly is just so awesome. Just tell... Yes! Perfect! Everything was planned. Everything was planned from the start. Okay, there we go. 4 of you working. I'm probably going to need more than just 4. Since that I have the feeling that this takes 21 seconds. And you take 20 seconds. So actually I need 1 assembler for each of this. And I have 1 over. And we will, however, we will use low density structures for more than just this. So give me electric U engines. Wait, you're not using electric engines. Who's using electric engines? You are using electric engines, there you go. So I need another assembling machine of... Yes, I definitely need 1 more assembling machine. Say you be like this, and you be like, okay, I actually don't need to fasten, so that's a bit surprising, but whatever. Things are the way they are. This way we have 1 more. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to have with the fasten soda. Work on it. And copper is drying up freakingly fast. So like the timer is working this time, not like in the previous episode. Okay, so copper. I guess you just need a copper upgrade, right? No, we are just out of copper. Brilliant. And the splitter is a bit too early, as it seems, in terms of copper production. The amount of copper we're taking away is more than the amount of copper. So I'm going to do something drastic. I don't know whether this will work out, will go the way I want it to go, but we will see. But it doesn't matter, we need more copper ore. This one can't be upgraded, I just want to get rid of that thing in order to not annoy me. That's literally the only reason. Okay, there we go, 3 more drills, one was removed, 2 new drills, everything's going steadily. This is a small spot that was not upgraded. Not that it really matters since you're full of 100 copper plates anyway, so give those 100 copper plates to the other side. I think it would make actually more sense. Half of the copper goes that way, half of the copper. Let's make this underground belt go into this one, and then we have you go here, you go like this, and we don't need the pole anyways. Perfect. More copper going up. It'll take a while until the copper reaches this production area, but that's fine. We have a copper increasing our copper production. You get some copper. Yes, you have enough copper. Perfect. And this will be something that's perfectly suited for something like productivity modules. Using a lot of resources and is slow anyway, so let's just reduce its speed even further by 30% and get more resources out of that. So brilliant. Okay, next up, I'm again out of transport belts. Wow, I think that's a new, permanent situation. I'm out of plastics. Wow. We're going to have a look at plastics in just a sec. Going to just change this supply line, not chain, a bit. There you go. Same amount of transport belts, nothing changed, just the looks of it. And there we go. We have new science packs coming and rolling in. You take them in. You don't take them in. You take them, and you guys supply the others as well. Perfect, brilliant. Now we have, what was it, productivity? No, not productivity. Utility running. Next up, I see we have no... Plastic is full. Let's see, where does the plastic mistake error thingy happens? They get light source. Oh, I'm very smart. Of course I am. I just cancelled my entire plastics income. Plastics. I need. I want to have it in a lane, aka a splitter in that regard, and I need two splitters. This one is going to be a regular, like a splitter, and the other one is going to be a filter splitter. Splitter, filter splitter. You're going to filter the right hand side with plastics. I mean, that looks nice. 4 lanes parallel to each other. Let's see whether the copper line is being contaminated with steel. No, it isn't. Perfect. So we've got one steel line, and we have here a plastics line. 2 steel bars on it. Well, had 2 steel bars on it. And we have some plastics. I'm going to run around giving people plastics. Oh, and wait, whoa, then we've got iron plate issues further down the supply chain. That's interesting. Iron plate supply issues because of what exactly? The last 2 smelters are not working on iron ore, means we have an iron ore shortage, means we have ran out of 4 or 5. There's a lot of 6, 7 drills. Okay, in that case, I know what our next thing is going to be, and that's expanding, my fellow friends. We're going to expand again and build not an oil outpost, no, an iron outpost, since we are pretty much covered the entire iron patch we have here, and we have only 200,000 units of iron left in it. That means we're going to go for this space here. Brilliant, perfect. Let's have a look at the timer. The timer says we've got 2.5 minutes left, and the recording says we're 24 minutes in. That's great. So, in the next episode, we're going for a new train contraption. So, going to finish today's episode off actually a little bit shorter, since this way we will have a very good, transition. This episode we have a lot of productivity things working in the factory. We are now working on low density structures, new science packs, check, and improved our red circuit production, as well as fix a bunch of issues every here and there. However, we figured out a new issue: iron plates. Well, green circuits, aka iron plates, aka actually there's not enough copper for this copper line. Interesting. Okay, so I guess we just need basic supply issues, basic supply chains. Not even my copper contraption is enough as it seems here. That's a bit frustrating. So this copper line, that I built to feed the other copper line was too much. That was too much. That's an overkill. So in that regard, we actually revert this back to the way it was. With this, all the copper is flowing now to the right hand side, and we're going to well, we're actually running out of space on the copper field as well. There will be 1 or 2 patches here in the center that won't be covered. That's not that big of a deal, I presume. Like this patch here. No, this patch. No, that's fine. That's all. Everything's being mined. Like this patch here, no, not really. Nope. Well, whatever. We don't need that electric pole, anyways. Can take those 16 all by ourselves. Okay, so on this note, we will have to expand in the next episode quite dramatically. Our iron and copper ore consumption went through the roof. We are unable to satisfy it, and we have no bit of ore. Can smack it in here. So on this note, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you're looking forward to the next episode with more rail fun. Until next time, Spaceship signing out. I went perfectly, the timer just came. That's great.